Well, ladies, believe it or not, the MX335 was a lot closer to me than I thought, because he told me this is his harvest storage shed. Whatever, dude. Must be a pretty big guy. Whoa, 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 whoa. Alright. He's a pretty big farmer. Two 7150s. I suppose. I mean, yeah, let's run two combines. And as far as I know, he told me keys are in it. Fire her up. I mean, it's middle of summer, so it's not going to fire hard at all. And it's just in a cold storage shed. Well, about the same size as the one I got that Grandpa built. Grandpa and Dad, I mean. But this is what caught my eye right away. AFS Case 400. Holy crap. Come on, big boy. We can make this. Yeah, wow. That thing looks brand new. Wow. Alright, no wonder why he needs to sell the 335. And we seen the MacDon headers. Oh, I'm snooping like no other, ladies. You gotta snoop when you get a free chance to run through somebody's shed. Those look pretty new too. So he definitely upgraded. Definitely upgraded. After the used tractor market and everything went skyrocketing like that. What is this? Wow. A 1300? I bet he's putting that 400 on there. And he runs two 8-row corn heads. Okay, that makes sense. We know why the auger's so long. Because he's got to run these drapers. Which I think that's a little much, but from my understanding on these, I haven't been around them a whole lot. When you do this, you'll fold the head, or fold the wheels back, take the tongue off of that, and these two fold around, and they're guide wheels. So, I mean, you're not putting that much pressure on it. The only time you got weight on the combine is when you lift that thing up. So you could take a lot of the weight off the front of that combine. That's probably how they're doing it. And the 8-row corn heads, I mean, if you're pushing 220 to 300 bushels of corn, yeah, you're not going to want it very big 12-row corn heads on that, just because you'll fill up so quick. Where an 8-row with that big big auger wagon there, I don't know why I keep saying a gravity wagon, but with that big auger wagon there, you'll be able to keep up with those two as long as it's not too hilly and you don't fully fill it. But my guess is he probably has it for when the trucks are full. If he's a big farmer and has this second shed, which I think I know where his original farm is. I think anyways. But what I'm getting at is you want some storage for when you're waiting for the semis to get back, so the combines keep going. And they can always come down to the end if you can't make her up the hills and whatnot with that big boy. They can come to the end, dump, and then continue to go. But this VT, oh man, I want that. That would be nice and quick. And he did tell me, because I bartered with this guy for over a month on this tractor, and my take was he didn't have too many people doing it. And I shouldn't say really bartered. Questioned, because I said if it sells, it sells. I got cheaper options that I could go with too, or go with that articulated. But I'll be taking the front duals off. I won't need them. He said that tractor pulled, what did he say this was? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, missed that one, 6, 7 shank ripper. So he kind of said one of those deals where it's not necessarily we're doing a package deal. We're going to buy the 2700 ripper. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. We're buying that and the 335 case today. But he said he doesn't really need that one. He could go deeper, and I see why he could go deeper. But it's not going to hold up to it. This tractor pulls it great. And he said it also pulled this VT pretty good too. Now, my thing with a VT, you're not going in very deep at all, which now I understand why he had it with the VT. But this bad boy, how deep did he have this set? Alright, 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 yeah. And we can adjust the disc gains too on the front, so we can chop more, stir more dirt, or not. But the only reason I wouldn't buy this thing is if she starts hard. Check the oil. Check the oil before you start it. Alright, we're good. Oil's good. Alright, nice monitor screens. Everything looks alright. Older case, throttle all in with your shifter. Wow, it's pretty clean in here. Alright, let's fire her up. Okay, okay, okay. Sounds good. Rev's good. I think so, ladies. I think I'm going to take it. Definitely going to take it. So, I'll have to give him a call, get the check, get the bank all through and everything like that, route him the money, what not. And we'll grab the John Deere Ripper and the Case 335. And I know he parked it there. He flat out told me he has it parked in a good spot so it can get out easy. But not so much the Ripper. That was kind of a, hey, dude, buy my tractor, I'll throw in the Ripper. But that'll take a couple days, maybe a week or two to get the tractor bought along with the Ripper, and it's just in the nick of time going into harvest like this, and he really didn't want to have to deal with it anymore. He flat out told me he wasn't running it this year. So maybe he has a bigger tractor to run that auger wagon back there, and he's going to do the ripping with this. But I'm betting that is his auger wagon tractor and VT tractor, and then he'll have a bigger tractor articulated or something to pull a Ripper with it. And my guess, if he's upgrading and selling this one, he probably sold something else. And yeah, anyways, let's get back to the farm and I'll show you this other one. Alright, ladies, now that I'm back at the farm, I wanted to show you this to end this video. A nice 1590 disc bind, or not disc bind, hay bind. Like I said, I call them hay binds. But this one we can swivel both directions. She is a lot wider than our little 9-foot that Grandpa had. They're the same dang thing, essentially. Besides the center, pivot, and size. So, not really the same thing, but it's a sickle bar cutter. So this is going to speed us up. Grandpa's wasn't doing the best, and I did not want to put all the parts into it. Found this one. Cheap. Great working condition. A handful of new parts. So we got new tines, new sickle bar, new guides, all that fancy mumbo jumbo stuff. And hopefully we don't have any crazy issues with like the gearboxes and stuff, because I don't know if I'm really going to find them. But like I said, we picked this bad boy up for cheap. It's bigger, so I'm able to get more acres cut per hour, per day, per minute, however you want to look at that. And the 4040 runs are pretty dang good. I already did a test pass around. I had to give it a shot. And obviously with the driveway right there, I'm able to run it just like I am. So we're going to come around and be able to drive over our last windrow. When I get over there, I'm going to swing it the other direction, cut along the trees, and I'll use the rake to get it out of there. And I'll show you guys why this one's going to work out the best. The other mower, you always are stuck with it on the right side. Nothing you can do about that. I'm sure most of you've seen these. I do need to give a big shout out to JCL Farm Equipment for this purchase. Ooh, I got over there pretty far already, I guess. But yes, picked this one up from JCL Farm Equipment, and we're going to try to kick her up a notch and see if I can keep the cutting good. Alright, this is probably all I should go. Right here is where... No, we're going to leave that alone too. I just messed up my line. It's alright. But now, as I grow this side of it, say I wanted to get into some rye and green chop rye, I can do that. Say I want to do more alfalfa, I can do alfalfa and pop this stuff down pretty nicely. I'm going to kick this back over. Oh, hey, easy, easy. Find my sweet spot. So I can control it with the tractor, and if I don't think I can get away from the trees fast enough, I can just kick my hydraulic quick and she'll come over. You gotta just remember which side you got that hanging on now. It was easy with Grandpa's, it's always on the right side. This one, you gotta remember. But yeah, we're gonna get this mowed up, get it baled up, and hopefully get some cows before harvest. One last thing I gotta get before we fully dive into harvest, and I haven't found the right one yet. Need to get an auger to reach those grain bins. Dad hasn't used them in years. They're just too small. They weren't worth it to him. They are not in the best condition. And by that I mean like the unload loggers and stuff like that. Definitely need to be replaced sometime. How long am I going to be on this farm? I don't know. Is it going to be a year, 2 years, what? I haven't got that far. So with that being said, we are playing everything out the best I can. And obviously I don't have to sell my corn right away. So we're going to be putting it in the grain beds. We're going to be drying it down. I do know the dryers work. We tested, Grandpa and I tested them before I started planting. He said at least, oop, got some corn there. At least he would make sure the dryers work, and we turned the unload augers out on. They kicked everything on, kicked everything out. Bunch of, you know, mice come flying out of them and whatnot. So at least they turn on and stuff. I'm just a little worried with the flighting and possibly taking some bearings out if I overload them. But that being said, got to get an auger and got to get some LP bought to put in the tank for the bends for when we dry it down. I want to be ahead of the ball here with my end rows at least. I put in an earlier number of corn for the end rows, so I could kind of jump on that and get some air movement through the center of the field and hopefully let it dry down for quite some time. I don't want to burn up a lot of LP on my first year, and we're definitely going to be testing out the old Shivers unit on these grain bins by calibration. It's going to be put some in, or put it in, dry it down, pull the core out of the center, put it back on top. But in between those, we are looking at the moisture content. And with the moisture content, you got to yank some of that out of there. So you got to get the center out first, which the center is always the wettest. So it'll probably be two grain wagons, gravity wagons, to get the center out. And then it's going to be test and put it back in. So that's why I am glad we got the unload augers on there that I got, because I don't have to put the auger underneath unload auger and then put it back up top to dump the corn back in. But it's going to be touch and go. We'll see. Got to calibrate the combine yet too on the moisture. So I'm going to continue to work on this field of grass and get her baled up. I don't know if I'm going to go silage bales or hay bales. We might just go hay bales and try to sell it. But as of right now, ladies, oh crap, it's a 40-50. Why do I keep saying 4040? Anyways, the 1590 works really nice. It's working great. It's big enough, and I don't have to go out and spend anything on a brand new disc spine right now. It's a slower speed than a disc spine, but hey, I'm not doing much. So we will see you ladies next time.